Hey guys, X Cubed here, and today I'm going to teach you how to solve the Megaminx. So, as you can see, solving the Megaminx is actually not as hard as it may look. However, it does take a lot longer, but it is basically just a 3x3 with a lot of repetitive F2L and then a harder last layer. But other than that, all the concepts are really the same, so if you know how to solve a 3x3, you can solve a Megaminx. It's just going to take a lot of thinking and maybe a little bit of extra help. So the method I'm going to be teaching you today is actually the advanced method, though I don't know very many advanced cases for last layer. But it's still the advanced method because I don't think it's worth it to learn a beginner's method first. Unlike on 3x3, how you would learn a beginner's method before CFOP. But on Megaminx, I think it is really a lot easier just to learn the advanced method. Because it's basically the same as solving a 3x3 with CFOP, except there's a couple extra steps because it is so much bigger. Alright, so now that our Megaminx is solved, we're just going to get right into it. So the first step of the Megaminx would be to solve a star. Kind of like you're solving a cross on a 3x3, right? So let's just get right into it, and I'll actually just kind of do an example because like on 3x3, all the stars are indeed different. There's no one way that you can just learn the star, right? So here we go. This piece is actually not white. It may look like it, but it isn't. It actually matches that color. So that's not a beneficial piece. This piece is white, and so I will move that into the cross right now. So it does attach, and it does attach here as well. This is a white piece. I know it's kind of hard to tell in this cube because the shades are really weird. But anyway, I have now moved it over, and I will attach it here now, right? Next, I will do this yellow one, so like so. Now that one's in, and then this one is a pretty easy one, so I'll move this one in. Now you have 4 pieces, so last piece is up here. So when they're really far away, it's really just a bunch of combinations of like U2s, right? So in this case, I'll just do that, and then attach it, and then move it in. So that is the star. Just like on 3x3, you really must make sure that these are attached, because then the next step is basically the same as 3x3, and it's solving all 5 of the F2L pairs. So we'll just get into that right now. So this one is actually already made, and it's sitting there, so I think we will just insert that. Boom, one done. The next, I see quite a bit of things, but I did see this purple and green and this purple, green, and white. So I can make this setup like that, and then I will insert into this slot like that. And then I will do this, right? So really, I'm not really teaching you. What I will teach you is when we really get to last layer, or S2L, which is the step after F2L. Anyway, there's that pair. This, and where is the piece? It is here. So put them on the same layer, pair them up here, right? Even though there's slots over here, that's kind of the cool thing about Megaminx. There's a lot of freedom. So we're just going to make it, and then insert it here, and then the last pair, which is here and here. So again, since there's a lot of freedom, we'll make it and insert there. So now we have all of the first 2 layers done, and we'll move on to the next step, which is called S2L. You're basically just going to finish off stars and F2L for 3 of the colors, and then finish off the last 2 colors. So that way you basically, all of these sides are going to be solved, right? So I always start on yellow, and then I can do both, right? I can either go this way, or I can go this way. But once I've started, I will continue to go that way. So in this case, just to make it easy, I will go towards purple. Anyway, so looking around, I see this green and yellow piece, right? So I'm gonna make it and attach it, right? So now we have 4 of our 5 edges of the star, and then the last star for yellow is right here. So we're gonna take it out and boom, make it. So now we have the star with 2 of the F2L pairs, basically. Remembering that we are not breaking up the white, we are making this. Also remembering that the color you're making right now has to be adjacent to white. It can't be this green, right? Because that doesn't actually touch white. So then basically we're going to solve the rest of these 3 F2L pairs. So one of them is here, right? So I will make this like so. Oops, sorry. And then next I will go for probably this corner, this edge, because I can see it right now. So like that, I've set it up, and like that. So now we have 2 of those, and then we just need to finish up this one. So here's the corner, here's the edge. We'll just put them into the same layer, right? And then make it. I inserted with a sledgehammer for some reason, but yeah. Now I'm gonna move over to purple. So have this edge, that's the only cross edge left in the purple. So I'll make it like that, and then I will solve the F2L pairs. So this is the first one. Also keep in mind, if you want to, like, this is a tip for becoming faster, you want to be able to do all of your F2L pairs sideways, because it's not super good on 3x3, but it is definitely good on Megaminx, because sometimes you're holding it like this to do this pair, but you can pair in this layer, so you just have a lot of freedom. Anyway, I have this, like that. We have the last one, which is green, so it's right here, right? Put it in, and then we finish off this F2L by doing these, and then we will have 2 colors left. So we'll do the F2L first. So we got this, make it, and then insert sideways, like I said, was good. And then the last 2 are here. So do that and do that. Also lining myself up so that way these are in front. If you can insert into the back, that is good. So the next thing is to make one of these crosses. This cross is already made, so I will definitely be doing this one. But basically then you're just going to solve this side's F2L, and then you're going to solve this last pair. There will be 1 pair left. Anyway, we got this. And this corner actually got solved as well, so I'm looking for the edge, and it's right here, right? So I'll move this up, and then basically solve that, right, with the beginner's method way, like this. Boom. Now you have that, and then you'll solve the other red pair, so like this. So now that's, and I solved it into the back conveniently, so that way this can be on the right. And the last pair is this one, right? So I'm going to set it up to make it a better case. And then because I like to insert with my right hand, I insert into the back. So that is all for S2L. So the last step to this is last layer. So basically there's going to be, I use 4-look last layer because I am pretty new to the event, but I thought it was going to be cool if I could teach you guys. Anyway, this is how you're going to do last layer on the Megaminx. So you're going to make the cross, or the star on top, sorry, and then you're going to orient all the corners. So basically OLL's done. And then you're going to do Tulip Pillow as well. So when there's one edge oriented, this is the equivalent to a dot on 3x3. So if you're doing, it's the same as 2-look, OLL and PLL on 3x3, right? You're gonna solve the star, solve the corners, and then solve the edges, solve the corners on PLL. So, but they're the same algorithms basically. For this, you're basically going to choose any angle as long as it's not here, like this isn't in front, and you're going to do the one of the two OLL, like the line or the L shape. So in this case, I'll just start with a line which goes F, R, U, R prime, U prime, F prime, which in this case will give me a line, right? So this is the line. You're going to hold it this way and then do the line algorithm. F, R, U, R prime, U prime, F prime, right? And then you have a star. This is the other case you could have, however, where there's 3 done, but they're organized into this way, where it's like 3 parts of the star are done, and these 2 need to be flipped. So this is how you do that. F, U, R, U prime, R prime, F prime. So it's the same algorithms as on 3x3, but you just gotta memorize them. Alright, so next is orienting these corners, right? So this is how you would basically do it. It's really beginner OLL, but this is kind of how you have to do it. This is how I know to do it, because I don't know full OLL and full PLL, because that would be like probably 400 algorithms I would have to learn to know all of it. So I don't know all of it. I don't really know any of it. I know a little bit. But anyway, this is how it goes, right? So you're going to pick a corner, right, that's not solved, right? So pick a corner that's not solved. And then you're basically going to repeat these moves. And if you're wondering, in this case, D is going to be this layer. So you go like this. R prime, D prime, R, D, right? So you just gotta know that. So basically, you're going to repeat that several times until this is oriented, right? It's gonna mess up some stuff down here, but it will eventually resolve itself. So here we go. R prime, D prime, R, D. R prime, D prime, R, D, right? So then, once this is oriented, you move to the next one and do that again. R prime, D prime, R, D. R prime, D prime, R, D. Then move on to the next one. R prime, D prime, D prime, R, D. R prime, D prime, R, D. R prime, D prime, R, D. R prime, D prime, R, D. Then move to the next one. R prime, D prime, R, D. R prime, D prime, R, D. R prime, D prime, R, D. R prime, D prime, R, D, right? And eventually, once you've done the last one, it will have worked itself out to the point where you are done with this will still be intact and this will be solved. So now we move on to Tulip Pillow. So for Tulip Pillow, this is what you're going to be looking for, right? You're gonna you're gonna permute all the edges so all the edges are in the right spot, and then you're gonna finish off the corners later. So here's how it goes, right? You're gonna look around the cube and you're gonna turn this top face until you can find 2 edges that are already in their correct spot. So in this case, I found them right. This one is matched to its correct center and matched up. This one is matched to its correct center and matched up. So what you're going to do to solve the edges on this one is you're going to do a T-perm on 3x3, which on 3x3 looks something, it's this algorithm, right? So you're going to do that algorithm, and if you don't know it, it'll be up on screen. So basically, once you have these 2, you're going to hold them so that way there's only one unsolved edge on the right of you, right? And then this is basically going to cycle these 3 edges, right? Kind of like a U-perm, but you're going to do a T-perm. Basically, you're going to have to do this once or twice, depending on the case. So in this case, because I've looked at it, we're only going to have to do it once. Boom. And now all of the edges are solved. The other case you may have is when you have 2 edges that are solved adjacent to each other, right? So what you're going to do here is you're going to do a JB perm, which is this PLL on 3x3, right? Which I am going to put up on screen. Basically, you're going to do it from this angle, right? So, JB perm. You're also either going to have to do this once or twice. So in this case, since it didn't solve, I will have to do it 2 times. Boom. Now all of my edges are solved. The last case that you're going to have, besides them being already solved, is this, where only one edge will line up, no matter how you turn it, right? So this is the only edge that's going to line up. Just pick the solved one, hold it from any angle, so hold it from here. And then you do one of the algorithms that was up on screen before, right? So it's either T or JB perm, right? So I'll just do T perm in this case, right? And then it will give you one of the previous cases. Lining it up. Yeah, see? These two. So now that is a J perm. And now all of them are solved. So the last part to this is very similar to how we oriented the corners, right? But now we're just putting them in their right spots. So again, we have to know that R prime, D prime are D1, but instead of doing the last D, you're not actually going to do the last D. It's just R prime, D prime, R, right? So now we're basically going to look and see where this needs to go. This blue and orange and gray needs to move over here, right? So we're going to do R prime, D prime, R. We're going to move where this needs to go, so here, and then reinsert it, right? Now we look at where this piece needs to go. It needs to go to the pink and light yellow color, right? So that is over here. So we're going to move that piece, or that slot under, or up above the piece, right? And then go R prime, D, R, right? So you just reverse what we just did. And we look at this. This one is orange and green, right? So we're going to find the orange and green, which is over here. And then we're going to do the first one, right? R prime, D, R. And then look at this one. This one is green and pink, right? So we're going to put it here. R prime, D prime, R. And then finally, the last one in this case is the light yellow and blue piece. So we're going to move that slot on top and do the first algorithm. And then your thing should be solved. Alright, so there is a problem you need to run into, so let's just start, right? We'll start with this front corner, right? So we'll do those first moves, like that. And then this piece needs to go here, right? So we'll move the slot in, put it in. But now we have a problem, right? The slot this piece goes into actually doesn't have another gray corner in it, right? This is this piece that we started with. So in order to make this cycle work, right, we need to replace it with any gray piece, right? So we'll just do this one in this case, put that in, and then we'll continue as normal. This piece goes here, right? So I'll put it in here, and then this piece goes to where we replaced it, right? So we'll unreplace it. And then finally, since now we see that this is paired, right, this is the last one, like that. Thank you for watching this video on how to solve a Megaminx. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.